Welcome students. I hope you will be fine. Today's class we are going to discuss about third unit. Already we have completed first unit, that is 5 chapters. Today we are going to discuss about third unit in this 20%. The chapter is about C++. This chapter is the entire basic thing for learning C++. That C++ is one of the main programming language. Before that, you should know what is meant by language. Language means it is specially used for communication. We both know the language English, so we are talking with each other, that is we are communicating with each other. Like that, if you want to communicate with the computer language, we should learn the computer language. There are many computer languages available. Among the computer language, in this first year, you are going to learn about C++. Second year, you will learn Python. Let us see the introduction part of the C++. This is the most popular programming language and it was developed by Johannes Strausstrup in the year 1979, and this language was developed at AT&T Bell Laboratory. And this language supports both the procedural and object-oriented programming languages. So we call this language as hybrid language. Hybrid means it is a combination of two things. So C++ is a combination of both the procedural and object-oriented programming language. So we call this C++ as an hybrid language. In the beginning stage, this language was called as C with classes. First C language came, after that only C++ language came. So this is the extension of C language, or is the superset of C language. So at that time they called this C++ language as C with classes. After that, Rick Massetti gave the name as C++ because in this language we have used one special operator that is called increment operator, that is plus plus. Plus plus is an increment operator which is used in this C++ language. Because of that, Rick Massetti named this language as C++. Next, let us see the author of C++ language. He is the author, Johannes Strausstrup. He born on 30th December 1950 and he completed her PhD in computer science in 1979. At that time, he developed this C++ language. Next, let us see the history of C++ language. This language has derived from C++ language, and also it has an influence with some other languages, that is Simula, BCBL, ADA, ML, CLU and ALGOL 68. And this was named as C with classes new C up to 1983. It was developed in 1979. Up to 1983, it was called as C with classes, otherwise new C. After that only, Rick Massetti gave the name as C++ in 1983. And this was the standardized language, and it was categorized into many things. And many versions has been published. One of the version is C++ 17. It was published in the year 2000 2017. After that, many versions has been introduced. Some of the versions are in 1998 it is called as, it has published, and also in 2011 and 2014 also published. The 2011 version is C++11 and 2014 version is C++14. This year 2020 also they have planned to introduce C++20, and some of the languages which was influenced by C++, they developed C#, D, Java, and new version of C languages has been developed with this influence of C++. And you should know some of the benefits of C++, that we will think why we have to learn this C++, because it has some benefits. One of the main benefit of this language is it is highly portable language. It is multi-platform it consists, and also multi-device also we have used. And it is an object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming means it solves real-time problem. So we call this as an object-oriented programming because it includes classes, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, and encapsulation. These things we will discuss as a separate chapter in 4th unit. Next, it has a rich function library and it has an exception handling. These concepts will be discussed later. Some of the things which is not possible in C has been possible in C++. Some disadvantages is in C has been overcome in C++. And C++ is an powerful, efficient, and fast language when compared to the other computer languages. Next, we will go for the character set. Whenever you're writing a C++ program, we need some character sets for writing, that is alphabets, numeric, special characters, white space, and other characters. This only helps to write a C++ program. Alphabets means capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, and numeric means 0 to 9, and special characters, that is plus, minus, star, slash, etc. These are the special characters. White space means it is a blank space or a horizontal tab, and a new line we are adding in the program, that are called as white spaces. And other character constants are also used for character sets for writing the C++ program. Let us see about token. Tokens is otherwise called as lexical units or lexical elements. The individual elements which we are used in the program for writing everything, that is called as tokens. These tokens has been classified into keywords, identifiers, literals, operators, and punctuators. Let us see what is meant by keyword. Before that, they have given an definition for token, that is smallest individual unit in a program is called as token, otherwise it is called as lexical unit or lexical element. Keywords, it is a special word or a reserved word which can give some meaning to the compiler. Then only the compiler can understand that it is a input statement, it is an output statement, like that it can understand. Some of the keywords has been given in your book, that is ASM, auto, break, case, catch, character, while, if, do. Many keywords has been used in program. Some of the keywords has been given, and also some recent list of keywords has been used in C++ language, that are using namespace, ball, static cast, const cast, dynamic cast, true, false. These are all the recent list of keywords which is used in C++ language. Next, let us see the second classification of token, identifier. This identifier is also called as variables. Variables means it holds some memory location to save some values. Okay, suppose a equal to 10. What is the value of a? 10. So, if a equal to 10, if you are giving in the program, the value of 10 will be stored in a. A is the variable, 10 is the value. So, now you can understand what is meant by a. That is, a is a variable. Variable is also called as identifiers. For giving name to the variable a, there are some rules for giving the name. That is, the first character of an identifier must be an alphabet or underscore. If you are giving a, or otherwise if you are giving the variable as name, N-A-M-E, the first letter should be an alphabet, or it can start with underscore. And only alphabets can be allowed, and we can add digits and underscores. Other special characters, comma, plus, minus, that type of special characters should not be used for giving the name for the identifier. And it should be case sensitive. What is meant by case sensitive? Case sensitive means we can use either uppercase letters or lowercase letters. Uppercase letters means capital letter, lowercase letters means small letter. Either any one of the case sensitive thing can be used in giving name to the identifier. And reserved words or keywords cannot be used as an identifier name. So these are the rules for giving the name to the identifier. Here some example has been given, that is num, capital N, small u, m. It is valid. We can give capital letters and small letters. And next one, N, U, M, all are in capital letter. It is also valid. And the identifier name can starts with underscore, so it is also valid. Next one, total underscore sales. We can give the underscores not only in the beginning, in the middle also we can give the underscores, so it is also a valid one. Next we have given Tamil mark. Tamil is in small letter, M alone is in capital letter. It is not, it is correct only, so it is valid. Next we have given num hyphen add. It is invalid. Hyphen is a special character. We should not give hyphen. And this should not be used because this is a keyword. Keywords should not be used as a identifier name. So it is invalid. Next, to my file. I already said the identifier should begin with the alphabet or underscore. But in this last example, it has been started with the 2. 2 is a digit. That is wrong. So it is invalid. Next, let us see the literals. Literals are otherwise called as constants. Constants means already you should know that the values will not be changed. That is called as constant. Pi. What is the value of pi? 22/7. Shall we change for each problem for pi value? So the value will not be changed. That is called constants. This constant is otherwise called as literals. These literals can be classified into numeric constants and non-numeric constant. Numeric constants are again classified into integer constants and real constants. Non-numeric constants means these three: Boolean constant, character constant, string literal. These three are the non-numeric constant. First, let us see the numeric constant. Numeric means it is a number. Numeric, it's the name itself, we can understand that it is a number. It consists only numbers. It may consist on number with the decimal point or without decimal point, but it consists only numbers. This numeric constant is classified into integer constant and real constant. First, let us see about the integer constant. Integer constant is otherwise called as fixed point constant. These constants are the whole numbers which does not contain any fractions. That is, decimal places will not be allowed in integer constants. These integer constants are classified into decimal, octal and hexadecimal. The numbers, either it may be a signed or unsigned number. Signed means positive or negative number we can give. That is plus, minus, that is signed. Unsigned, if we don't want to give means it can understand that it is positive number. If you are giving -5, we can understand it is a negative number. If you are just giving 5 without giving the plus symbol, we can understand it is a positive number. First, let us see about decimal number. Decimal means it consists of one or more digits, that's 0 to 9. Here they have given some valid decimal numbers and also invalid. First, let us see the valid. 7 to 5, it is valid, and minus 27, it is also valid, and 4.56, it is also invalid. And nearby 7 to 5, it has given us 7, 500, comma is not allowed, so it is invalid. And next 66, one space is given, space is also not allowed, so it is invalid. And $9, dollar is in special character, so it is invalid. Next, let us see the octal number. Octal number means it consists of one or more octal values, that is from 0 to 7. The octal number always begins with 0. Let us see the example for octal number. Some of the valid examples given: 0, 1, 2, minus 0, 2, 7, plus 0, 2, 3, 1. Invalid also given, that is 0, 5, comma. Comma is not allowed, as already I said. 4.56 decimal points are also not allowed in octal numbers. And 0158. 8 is not permissible. Why? Because octal number means it is from 0 to 7. If you are giving 8, that is not an octal number, so it is invalid. Next, let us see about the hexadecimal. Hexadecimal means 0 to 9 and A to F, which we have, this one we have studied in second lesson itself, that is 0 to 9 and A to F, that is hexadecimal number. The decimal number should starts with 0x or 0 capital X, that is called as hexadecimal number. Here some of the hexadecimal valid numbers has been given: 0x123 and 0x568. Some of the invalids are comma if you use means it is also invalid, and decimal points if you are using means it is also invalid. Next, we will see about real constants. Real constants are otherwise called as floating point constant. This is a numeric constant with the fractional part. The number with the decimal places is called as real constant. These real constant has a signed or unsigned number, that is plus, with the plus sign or without plus sign, that is minus sign also you can use. If you are not giving means it will be considered as a positive value. Here let us see the exponent part of the real constant. First part as Mandisa and second part is exponent. Mandisa means it is either an integer or real constant. The Mandisa, it should be followed by a letter capital E or small e. The exponent should also be an integer. Here the real constant on example has been given 0.58 E 8. 0.58 is Mandisa, and E, after the E exponent 8 is there, that 8 is the exponent part. So Mandisa exponent means 0.58 is the Mandisa, and after the E 8 is there, that 8 is the exponent. So this is the example for real constant. So we have discussed about the introduction of C++, and we have discussed about the tokens. Token classifications are keywords, identifiers, constants, operators and punctuators. In today's class we have discussed about keywords, identifiers and constants. Next class we will go for the other thing. Thank you.